So I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Me personally, I don't really care for music videos, and that's maybe because I see the same shit all the time. Like you see, the chicks in the videos, they ass shaking, you see dudes, with the money. I don't know what that is. That's my get money. It's my get money dance. And there's just honestly no originality with people in their videos nowadays. And this is why I don't shoot music videos. I shoot music films. Let me tell you the difference. The difference between the two is one is actually something I feel that is for a filmmaker, and then one is for what we call the videographer. Now you guys are probably thinking like, what's the difference, Sean? Aren't they the same? No, one belongs on YouTube, one belongs in the cinema world. That's a whole nother discussion. I'm not gonna get that deep into it, but look, in all seriousness though. Now, the four components that makes the music film stand out from the music video are four things, and they all kind of go hand in hand. So I wanna list them off, but I'm gonna talk about them in conjunction with each other because you really, one affects the other. So it's gonna be storytelling, impact, how much you stand out, in your pricing. And I'll also tell you guys how much I charge for my music films versus what I hear people typically charge for music videos, because there's a difference. So here we go. Number one, with storytelling, with music films versus the music video, there's a more of a storytelling impact versus you just sitting here shooting somebody in the kitchen. If they got a music video talking about the same, or if they got a song talking about the same stuff, the trap house, the drugs, whatever the case is, do your job as a creator and see how you can spin that. But if you're sitting here doing a music video that everybody else is doing, then there's no storytelling with that. Storytelling is what makes you remember something. How many times have you guys watched a movie that was kind of crappy, or low budget, if you will, but the storytelling was so good, you was like, yo, whatever, I'm here for it. It's the same thing with music. Most of these artists that come out with these songs be butt and bums anyway, so it's your job as the storyteller to make their stuff stand out, to get them recognized, get them noticed, which in returns get you noticed, right? So, moving on. So with storytelling, that actually comes with you writing better treatments. If you don't know what a treatment is pretty much an overall summary or synopsis of what's going to entail in your storytelling or your vision, which also includes shot list sometimes as well, right? So here's the thing: a music video versus a music film. If you're creating a music film, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have a shot list because you want to make sure that, because you've planned out which shots make sense to go along with this song, right? So if we're talking about a verse of, my man's is like, yo, 12 o'clock on the dot, I put a Glock out, fire a couple of shots out. Next thing you know, the whole, we put a whole block out. So now you can have a whole little version of that in a song where it's like, yo, you can film the clock, you can film a man's on the block, running a gun out, doing whatever the case is, and you don't have to just have the typical rapping scenes that you typically get in music videos anyway. So therefore, I'm gonna remember that scene because you took the extra time to actually tell me a story with that versus the lazy route of you just putting a camera for somebody doing a performance shot. So with you writing better treatments leads to a greater impact. So with the greater impact, now we're sitting here making your music films that more memorable. The problem is in music videos nowadays, and I get it, y'all, but you don't remember them. All these music videos that come out nowadays look exactly the same. It's literally the same thing, so the impact is not nowhere near as great as somebody who actually has a hot song and a hot visual going along with it. Don't get me wrong, we see plenty of times we had these garbage ass music videos, but yet they still take off because the song was hot. But what would happen if the song was hot and the visual behind it was great? So therefore, that opens up more business for you and not just the artist. See, that's the problem. These little bum videographers get these artists to take off and they get hot, and they just keep producing more and more garbage based off that person's name. But just imagine what would happen, the impact that would have in your career, and how much more serious you'd be taken as a filmmaker, not as a videographer, but as a filmmaker, as a cinematographer, by some people that you are respecting, again, who shot your favorite movies, to come see your work because your music film stood out more than anybody else's typical raggedy ass music video. So as you can see, the storytelling element combined with the impact will obviously make you stand out more, which means you can charge more. Now listen, if you want to charge more, if you want to make more money doing this type of work, man, you got to make it where your work is not like everybody else's. If you shooting the same type of videos that my man's, Tutu with the cams, or JD with the shot or something is doing, then what's gonna make you Brookssmedia stand out? What's gonna make you Johnson Video stand out? Whatever the case is, if you're doing the same thing everybody else is doing, what's the point of me sitting here paying you more? So you're gonna shoot the same exact music video that somebody else could shoot for me for $300, but you charging me $500? What's the point? So therefore, by doing this, by actually making your work stand out, you could charge more. Now me personally, my music film started out the gate at $750, but I'm shooting you with top of the line gear. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing treatments, I'm going scouting, I'm getting you actors and actresses if you need it. Like, to be honest, I'm more than likely to be upping my prices again for my music film because that's how much more I bring. And the thing is, when you do that, when you up your prices and you have a certain flair to your music videos, or I'm sorry, your music films, you get better quality clients. So you don't have to worry about somebody gonna sit there and pay your price, because somebody who's actually studied your work, who actually seen how much work you put into it, gonna pay what you asked for anyway, because nobody's doing it like you. So, what did we learn today? We learned that to stand out and to make more money, stop being lazy, stop copying everybody else, and do your own thing. Put the work in, make where your project stands out. No more music videos, y'all. Music films. That's it, we out, bro. You know what I'm saying? We one take, we done. Well, it wasn't one take. I mean, it was like one take, but you get what I mean.